Hey, Watch Family. Caleb here with Montoro & Co. And I've got a fun would you rather. Uh, would you rather keep a watch as a reminder of who you used to be, or let it go since you're no longer that person? So say maybe you had a watch, you've had it for quite some time, and you've matured and grown up throughout the years. And then you look back at that watch and you go, wow, I was kind of like a different person back then. And maybe you don't like that person, you know? Or maybe you just go, well, that was some crazy times, and learned some things and grown on, grown up or whatever. And, would you keep that watch as a reminder of who you were, as like just to look back and go, yikes? or would you sell it and go, you know what? I don't want to be remembered of that. I don't want to be reminded of it. It's kind of a toss up, because you got a lot of memories attached to that watch, but also some of those memories might be bad. You've had that watch for so many years, and you kind of just took a different turn in your life, and things are now for the better, maybe, or heck, maybe it could be the other way around. Maybe you had a watch that reminded you of a bunch of good times, and things aren't very good right now, and that might be hard to even think about the good times, but I think, well, let's just probably stick with, it can go either way. Probably just stick with, you've matured, and what would you do with that watch? Is it something that you want to keep, or is it something that you just, sell it and get the money and buy a new watch, do something better with it, get a new watch, start off with a fresh watch and a fresh you, Maybe that sounds like the right thing. It's tough. I've sold 2 watches so far, and my own personal thing is and this isn't similar, but I'm just kind of thinking about my own experiences that I got a Tudor Black Bay 58 for last year for my birthday, and I sold it, and I regretted it. I thought, it's, I want to use the money for other things, and it's not going to be a big deal, and I ended up selling it, and I didn't realize that I was going to miss it until I sold it, and I was like, wow, that's my 45th birthday watch. I'm not going to get it back. I contacted the guy, and I was like, hey dude, if you ever want to sell this watch, like, contact me first, And he felt kind of bad because I told him what was going on. I was like, no dude, just enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Just, if you sell it, I'd like it back, I didn't realize it was kind of it was my big first watch that I purchased. It was my first, kind of expensive watch. I had like a Grand Seiko before. This one was like 2 or 3 times the price. So in terms of that, I would say, like, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'd sell the watch, but also too, if it's like, if it's only going to remind you, I guess that would be the thing, is if it just reminds you every time you see it and you're like, yes, I've had this watch for a long time, but also it just kind of reminds me, I guess it would be how it makes you feel, I mean, I think that would be my biggest thing, is how it made me feel, but I really want you guys to think about it. Let me know what you think. That's a fun one to think about, would you keep a watch, or let it go? If it was an older watch, maybe it was from a time that you were a different person or something, would you keep it? And reminder as to go, I'm not gonna act like that again. That's a good reminder of why not to, that's an old chapter of my life, and it's closed, and I'm gonna keep that as a reminder Or when you see it, do you go, I feel bad every time I see that because it only reminds me of maybe some things. We all make mistakes in life, right? And maybe it kind of reminds you of that, where you know, we've all made mistakes, right? I know, like I said, this one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit deeper into some things. It's not just about watch stuff. But let me know what you think. I'm really, really interested in would you keep it? Let it go. All right. Thanks, Watch family. This is Caleb again. See you in the next one.